Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Thursday morning at 6:30 here in Ireland and 7:30 in Central Europe. Hope everybody has a great morning. Let's see. So yeah, we are back in Unreal Engine, and we ended up yesterday, and I was a little bit tired. To be honest, I've been up at that point for what, 13 hours or something like that. Let's see if I can get this microphone exactly where we need it. All right. So it's time to get back to where we were. We have a lot of ground to cover. So we'll take it one step at a time, and we'll see where we end up. So what we did yesterday was that we were going to try to, let's see here. Here. We were checking if we had the access rights, and if we did, we'll open a container, and if we don't, we're going to open a specific widget. The problem I came across yesterday is that the target access right data that I tried to access was actually incorrect. So it was basically empty. I would do that here. And oh shit. So this one is actually giving me an empty struct. Well, not an empty, but it basically is not the correct data in it. So we have to look at why it does that. So if we go into my function here on my item, we are returning the current access IDs, and I don't know if that is actually updated somewhere when we are setting it. So I'm gonna see if we have it set somewhere. Set it to the hacking component. Set accesses. We do that here. Incoming accesses. And then we are getting the hacking component and setting that there. Now, these things are loaded from file. And if we load it from file, we need to make sure that we actually are setting the access right data that we are loading from the file. So let's look at, let's see. We're going to go to where we're actually loading in this data. And let's see. I remember where we did that. Yes, we're doing it in our site manager. Look. Under NPC persistent items level manager. So we got loan and spawn containers. This should be in here. We got access right data. All right. Okay, can be hacked. If it can be hacked, we set the accesses. We actually do that here. If B can be hacked. We're checking that here. So if we look at our file here, B can be hacked. B can be hacked. And B can be hacked. Checking that. So let's do this. Let's take a little stop block in here. We get the first one. Okay, that's this. Don't think that will matter so much to us. So the first one is false, so it's not going to go in there. And this is see if we can see. This is containers 8041. Our thing. So that's the first thing. 8041. That's absolutely going to be false. And then we're gonna have the next one is going to be a thing that we actually can do. That's going to be container CA90, which is this one. This is going to be true, but the rest is going to be false. This is well, it's going to be false anyway, so it's fine. Go to the next one. Here we go. This is container BB57. Is it BB? BBB. BBB. And that's also false. Okay. True, false, 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 true. I guess one, all false. Two, this is access code. Okay. Well, see, this is number 3. Let's see, BBB57. Looks like the same one, but it shouldn't be. It is. What? Let's see. Oh. I just clicked once. Huh. Let's see here. So this is. There we go. Sorry about that. I knocked the cable. FE14. E14. Okay, something is off here. Something is not right. E14 container. Let's search for FE14. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah. This one should have access code and set to true. Grab that there. Boom. False, false, false. Access code. We got a access code at 45874. That is correct. It has an access code that is correct. So we got this is crazy. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus, so we get 5 secured and 1 not secured. And clearly it is setting that data. So let's see here. Let's pick these guys up. We don't need those. These are the ones that was owned by me. Or we can put them in here, by the way. We have them back. Now we're going to do this again. Just want to make sure. False, 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 false. Pass org access. Have access code. First one has all false. This is container BBB57. BBB57, all false. 3 of those. Which one is this? Let's see. In here, it's something not really 100% right. 3 of those. This gotta be BB50. No, that's BB57. This is BB57. BBB57, and then we got 2 of those. So my question now. So we clearly see that they are setting access to the container, right? First one is all false. This has true in passcode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is true on passcode and okay. Let's try to figure this out slowly and methodically. So we got the correct data on these two. Okay. But when we are running this, go there. This SNC. Boom. It gets a false indication on passcode. This is what is so interesting. And it doesn't have a passcode, it's an empty string, right? That means that this function with the target actor, let's see. Target actor is an interactable base class 0. Is 9FB6. 9FB6. Excuse me? There. 9FB6. That's the one we have. And it clearly has an access code 12345. Okay. Let's check this guy here. Try to pinpoint the point where what? There we go. Oh. True. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we talked about. We're setting the current access ID on the server. Is this not... The only thing I can think about now is that this is not being replicated. Let's take a look at that. Look at that. Jesus. Function. Key property replicated. Dunk. And then we're going to say, take that. Copy this. I think it can be private and still be replicated, right? All right. So here we are. That's replication for you. If you don't manually replicate certain things, they won't be replicated. So when we adding the containers, of course, it's on the server and it needs to be replicated to the client. Double check everything works on the stream. Yep. There. Seems to work there. Good. Boom. And the data itself is just it's nothing special. It is bools and strings. We don't have a problem with just replicating straight up. We don't need to do anything special with it. It should work. Yes, should work out of the box. All right. All right. Here we go. Okay. So now we get the access right data and it is there now. There we go. Awesome. So let's see here what we get. Such a small little thing. And now we get our, it's not really what we want, but it's our, it's our prompt. That's what we want to see, right? So the prompt came up. Let's see here. So because this was true, if it's false, if this is false, we are no. If this is true, we get the open container. If it's false, we are checking if it has a passcode, and if it does, we are creating the passcode widget, which basically is this this what do you call it? Prompt widget. All right. Now we can start looking at how to implement the actual prompt widget that we want. So let's see. So we are creating the widget params. We're setting those. We're setting that it's not a storage. It doesn't really matter, I think, but we'll see. Oh, set storage. We have to look at that. What we wanted to know is that we're setting the prompt switcher to 3. And let's see. Prompt switcher. The 3 is 0, 1, 2, and 3 doesn't exist, and that's why it goes back to, I guess, the previous one. So this is number 2, 0, 1, 2. Or is it 1? Let's see. Prompt switcher. Yeah, active 0, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't work. Therefore, it changes into the first one. Okay. Cool. So, question is, do I just want to add a creating our own widget? That's what we're doing. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I was doing yesterday. Yes. So we are creating this passcode enterprise. Jesus. It's too early. I gotta tell the dog to shut up. Oh. I think my wife took care of it. All right. So we are going to add this widget to the passcode to our prompt. So we need to look at our prompt first of all. The widget goes here, the controller. Looking for the prompt. Play radio. The hell we're looking for information tab. Nope. That's the one we want. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Think a little bit. Just think a little bit. I would like to almost make this into an enum instead of set prompt switcher index, and just do it into an enum. And then we can add the prompt switcher index. Let's see, set prompt switcher index. Let's just look at that function. So what we can do is we can create an enum here instead. I think that's a better idea. And then we can set the index according to that. All right. So what I need to do then is I'll go into my data file. Yes, create a new enum. Doesn't really matter which one we take. We're just going to copy this. Just do that. I'm going to say E prompt options. So, and so we have, let's see, what do we have really? Boom. Change storage name, storage image, security prompt. Okay. So this is change name and change storage image. Change name is not only for the storage anymore. Change name. Then change storage image. Then we get the security prompt. And then now we have our new one, which will be passcode. Yes, do passcode and security maybe. Not without that, so passcode. And then we can remove the rest for now. Now we can just add as we move along. Therefore, we can now go in here, set prompt switcher index. Set prompt switcher enum would be a better name for it now. This is going to break a couple of things, but that's okay. We can always fix that. Option. Let's copy it. Boom. That doesn't exist anymore. So what we're going to do, we're going to copy this, put it in here. And what we're going to do here, we're going to do a int32 index. We don't have to do this over and over again. Boom. And then we're just going to say index equals to 0. Capital I. So. And then we're going to say index equals to 1. Say index equals 2 and capital I again. And then we're going to say we are going to change this a little bit more. So 3. Right. This is not going to be an ifs. It's going to be a switch. Prompt options. Say case. Prompt option. No. Oh shit. This is what we're gonna do. Thank you. Prompt option. Okay. So we start with change name. And like so. And do that. Do a break. And let's see. Do that. Copy a couple times. 2, 3, 4. And this is gonna be change stores image. Security. And passcode. Cool. Now we can do these things here. First of all, we're going to change the index. Is this the best way to do it? Maybe we should just... Because what I really want to do is I want to dynamically create these. And populate them. And that means it's always going to be prompt switcher. Really don't need to be a switcher. It could be anything. It could be a container. So it doesn't need to be a prompt switcher anymore. We just add a vertical box and then fill it with that widget that we want to add into it. That means that we can make this so much more versatile. We don't have to keep on adding new options into this thing. It's gonna take a little bit more time, but that's okay. I like to, go back and actually do it correctly. Remove this, remove all these. Let's see. We need to populate grid panel though. Here. Function we need to do. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a little bit work to do, but that's fine. Just gonna grab this for now. Populate delete object. Let's see. So that means what we need to do is I need to start creating switcher fill out fill vertical box. This could be just a okay. Let's do a horizontal box. Here. Boom. Put that to fill. Now we're gonna hide this. Now that is taking that place. Right. So this is going to be called prompt container. And let's see here. So go in here and do this. Just copy that. New horizontal box. Put prompt container. So it's going to be a little bit easier because I actually did some changes to this prompt. So it's I don't have a controller on this, even though probably the best way to do it, because I was working with some bugs and I tried to figure it out. And one of the tests I was doing was I made this prompt into a controller widget. But it's gonna be a little bit easier now to do it. So let's see. What I want to do here is I want to have a function. I'm going to create whatever we're going to put in there. So, void. No, it's not going to be a void. It needs to be a widget of some type, right? You return a UGD. See, don't user widget. Create prompt widget, right? And I want to add a couple of things here to make this easier. Let's put in a maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't do that. You're like, what? What are you doing? So I was thinking about doing one function that can create it, that can create the widget, and then just pop it in there. Might not be the best way to do it though. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna create these widgets. Right now. Okay. I'm gonna create a new folder here. Sub prompts. Grab that one. In there. Cool. Let's see. So the first one we want to create here is change name prompt widget. Change prompt. No, change name prompt. Have a size box. Put that there. Call this root size box. And then in there, basically want this entire structure. There we go. And what size are we talking about here? We talked about 250 by 300, so it's 250 times 250 by 300, 250. I'm gonna set this to the side. Nice. So change name prompts. Let's just see what that would look like. That would be what it actually looks like, right? That's fine. Need to do some settings on that one, but that's okay. Button name need to be name. Variable. Free construct. Let's see here. Close button. Change an image button. Here we go. Change name. Selection button. Entire thing. Oh. Yeah. Does not have a self. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So we need to create that function. We need to create a class. We need to create some classes and stuff like that. So that's fine. Let's just delete that for now. So we're gonna create that classes, public UI widget, Galaxy user widget, create subclass. Prompt widgets folder. This is going to be change. Shit. Change name. That. Boom, boom, boom. And because I've been doing the changes to the selection prompt, I'm going to keep that in the sub prompts. So we'll keep the prompts to only have sub widget. So let's see. Save selected. We go in here. We're gonna do the widget. That's one. We're gonna keep this as a single. What the hell is this all about? Oh, right. This is gonna crush everything. All right. Let's see. This is not good. Gonna take a while for me to rearrange these. So okay, this is change is gonna break a little bit. Things here break a little bit there, but in the end, I think it's gonna be better than it was. This is gonna be set prompt switcher, you know. And what are we doing here? We are doing create passcode widget. This is going to be E passcode. Yep. That's the first. Here we go. Enum. Sometimes you just have to what do we call it? Prompt. Oh, there we go. Change name. Sometimes you just need to break some eggs to make a pudding, or whatever you say, right? I don't even know what we're doing here. Passcode widget. Didn't we just do that? Alright. Create passcode widget. Yeah. I thought we just did that. Where's this? Widget change name. Colors are. Mm-hmm. This can actually be removed. Don't need that. Right. Guess I already fixed that. Enum. E. This is change name. I know I have that in a couple of different places. I get a little bit concerned about this though. This first one is passcode widget in the radial menu widget controller that we're not using. That's why. All right, that's fine. You know, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say clean up. Oh fuck me. Okay. It's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to say this is going to be an index anymore. It's going to be an enum. This is going to be a shit. What do we call it? What the fuck do we call it? Prompt options. Prompt switcher enum. And that's one we want to create. Put that there. It's fine. And now we're gonna have to clean this up. That's okay. I mean, it is where it is. Boom. That one. Shit. Which one was it? Sub with that one. Okay. Copy that. Put that in here. Now that's gonna break something else. And it's gonna break down here. Boom, 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 boom. There. Okay. So all these need to be changed. So this is named prompt options change name. There's this image. It's gonna be prompt options change source image. This is a security prompt option. Hello. E prompt option security. Thank you. Let's see, and this is secured as well. E prompt security. And I think that's it there. Right. Let's do this. Yeah, cool. All right, now we can actually compile this and continue working. So we can close these guys down. I don't need them open anymore. But that's what happens when you do some changes, and all of a sudden that's going to change other things and change other things and change other things, and all of a sudden everything is just fucked up. It takes you half a day to fucking clean up the mess you created yourself. We go. All right. Let's see. That's that. Now we can go into all content, game, blueprints, UI, floating widgets, no sub prompts. Here we go. We're gonna go into this guy here. I'm gonna change his parent class. Gonna be now we call it changed name prompt. Changed name prompt. Thank you. And now we are connected. And designer, we're gonna look at bind items. We don't have a bind. Why not? Didn't we? Oh, we didn't bind anything. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So do we need to bind anything? We got the root size box. Yeah, we do. We'll work through it, and then we'll see what we need. One thing that I do know that I need is that I need to have this function. I'm gonna have on name. Let's see. Void on name change button. And I need an F string called new name. This is going to be blueprint callable, so U function blueprint callable. Cool. I'm going to do that. Oopsie daisy, oopsie daisy, oopsie daisy. Right. So we're going to see selection prompt. Let's look at that body there, and we're going to say F on name change button. What is this? Put that in here. Oh, this is not going to be an F. It's going to be an F text. Yes. I will make that into a string. The string length. If we be a storage, I guess that's a function. The bool we need. Bool. So we need to have a setup for that as well. Void set is storage. so. Oh shoot. Have a tool coming in here as well. Incoming is storage. Okay, cool. Right. If it is a storage, we take the station inventory actor, and we're just going to include that thing, and we're going to get the inventory station inventory actor through our player controller. This needs to be an if statement, because not always. Sometimes we actually might be in location where we don't. What the hell did I just do? That doesn't mean that. All right. Storage struct. So we have a storage struct. Do more things than I think. Setting. Can pass that information through. It doesn't really matter. Right? I mean, this is just a item data. We need to have a setup for that, of course. Just pass that through. Fine. Storage struct equals in storage struct. Okay. Not a problem. All right. And of course, we need to move this down here. We should look at that function. Save and load storage. More work than I thought. I think this is for the best. Controller, get the station inventory actor. We could just set the owning prompt, and then we can just call that. So that means we can also call everything else from there. So we're gonna do that. I think it's gonna be too much here. So all these things could be called from the owning. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a view property let's see. T object pointer to a U selection prompt. Declaration. There we go. This is going to be a U property. Let's see, because then we can get all these through that, and we keep the functions in the overhead one. We might need to have some getters though. Let's see. First of all, let's do this first. Take all this, paste that in there. If we have that, I'm going to say if. Oh, come on. The hell? If. Thank you. Owning prompt. Get is storage. I'm gonna get that there. We're gonna set that. Goal get is storage. Boom. I'm gonna say return. Nice. Prompt. Oh, right. Make sure that I have that class in there. And probably not accessible. No. I have a function for getting that. It's gonna be a app stores container. Get storage struct. Oh. Storage struct. Return that. Nice. There you go. Right, and then we have the owning prompt. Oh no, son of a bitch, they want to be locked. Yes. So weird. But yeah. Anyway, it's blocked. Including that, we're taking the target else, we're taking the target actor, so we're gonna say owning prompt. Now we have that, we can just do like so. There we go. Now we have that. Jesus, there's a lot of fucking things. Ah. Ooh. So. Delete those. Don't need those anymore. All right. Cool. So this was blueprint callable. Radial. Let's see here. What are we doing here? Jesus. Feel like lost whenever somebody comes in and just messing with me like that. Just I'm getting lost, and then all of a sudden I don't really know what I'm doing. This is a change name. I don't know. That's not what we need to do right now. Set storage is false. All right. Pick up. We was gonna look at open, right? Let's see here. Open container. Wrong. I don't even know what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? Jesus. It really is. Threw me out of the loop. Here, create password. Code. Right? That's false in a way. We know that. We're gonna set the target actor. Set the station. Item is false. We're gonna do passcode. Then we go into ROM. There. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Change name. So here, add change name widget to there's a couple of things here we need to do. First of all, prompt container. Did we add that? We did. Radio. Prompt container. Yes, we did add that. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stop and rerun that again, and then we'll take it from there. Of course, we got a error. guide expect an expression instead of type. What? Oh, we're at red line here. Yeah, there's one parenthesis too little. That's why. Syntax error. Syntax error. Syntax error. It's a syntax error. It's a syntax error. It's a syntax error. Oh yeah. Syntax error. It's a syntax error. Alright. So what I need to do is into this first of all, and on name change button. Remove that. No. This one can be removed. Put that there. We're gonna do that there. Now self there, and that's gonna work. Yes. Fine. And that is that. Yes. Cool. Probably gonna need things there, but yeah. All right. So now we can say that prompt switcher, instead of the prompt switcher, we're gonna add it to the prompt container. So we're gonna create the prompt selection prompt there. Ah, come on. Okay. Add change name widget to our new need that. There we go. Container. There we go. So we need to add the new type of widget. We got the selection from there. There we go. So storage selector. Bum, bum, bum. Key subclass all. This is the widget we're going to add, and I'm going to be a U change name prompt for declaration, and there's going to be a change name prompt. Right? And we're going to get that here. You change name prompt. You change name prompt object. Do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, and now we're just gonna grab that location. here. And there we go. Now we have that thing. Now we can add that somewhere. Sometimes just getting lost in myself here. That's okay. How's it not from here? So now we're just going to do a if you change name from pointer new widget equals let's look at that. There we go. All right, so we're going to create that new widget and we are going to set one thing, right? Two things, actually. Set two things. We're going to set the params. New params. And we are going to set Jesus. Where are we? Right, we don't do that. We're going to set. Wait a minute. This. We're going to set the controlling params. That is that. And then we are going to set one more. Oh, I don't have a function for that. Okay, so void set only prompt. And what we need to have is a U selection prompt pointer called only prompt. Incoming owner. So, and then we're going to say prompt equals incoming owner. There, new widget, incoming owner. Set only prompt. Say this. I wonder if I want to have that before I set controller params. I don't know if it really fucking matters. I don't think so. Not in this case, but we can do it that way. Because we have a function where we can say that, hey, we're going to load things up, and that is going to be a virtual set. All right, this is going to be launched as soon as we're setting on the prompt. So if we want to run something from, if we want to run something here, so when we are running this function will be called. And if we want to run something that is included in this, then we have to set it before we set that. Okay. Cool. Okay, this is actually not. I didn't do that. There we go. Now we're super blah blah blah. I don't know if we need to do that, but it's always good to have, and I wanted to have it on the top though, just below any type of. There we go. That it? No, that is not it. That is not it. We need to do this as well. We're gonna say from container. Add child. I'm gonna add new widget as a child. That's it. That's actually it. I think that's it. Don't know if that is it when it comes to this widget. I don't think so, because we need to have an enter name, and we probably need to have a function for that. What the hell is going to happen if we enter a name? And I think we had that here. Here. See? We have a function called control max length. Okay, we need to have that function as well. Control max. Oh, this is an internal function actually. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, it's just a blueprint function. That actually makes a lot more sense. Where the fuck did that go? Oh, what the hell is happening here? Now we duplicated it. The fuck is this? What the hell did I? What the hell is this? I think I need to close this entire thing down. I don't know what I did. I'll relaunch it. Mm. There we go. Okay. No, we don't want to open those things because, yeah, we want to have this one open. And then we're gonna open the actual prompt. We had some functions that we need to duplicate a little bit. Take this down there, and on text change. So we have change name. Which is that one? Name change box, right? Yeah, name change box. Got that, and that. Editable text. On text change and on text committed. That one. And that one. Okay. Let's see. We have a function, create a function here. And it's called control max length. Okay. It's gonna have a f text input. in text. Okay. Now we're gonna just copy these things because I think this is easy. Like so, and chain 9 top. I don't know if it matters if I do that, but I can do that this way and that way and that way. And that didn't like that. Text limit is apparently a integer that I had here. Limit. And what do we have that here? We had a 15 character limit for that. A lot, but 15. Put that in there. All right. Now I'm gonna say take that function and I'm gonna plug that into length. So, and then we're going to have a commit method. Just want to see this because I don't know what this is called. Oh, oh, okay, of course. That's what that is. I don't remember these things. All fucking things, right? And then we're gonna say on change on name change button. On name change button. This is the same function. Cool. That's it there. Yeah. Name button. This is one event construct. Do that here. Boom. Okay, there we go. That should be the first one. We can just test it out. Choose name. Well, I got something. I don't really know which one is which. I think this one is the original and this one is not. And we can see that it is dragging to the left instead of being centralized. So we need to probably make this into a panel and just change some things on it. So we're gonna do in radial. No, we're gonna do that here. Prompt. So you panel slot equals, and now we can say the panel slot. Need to do something, so I make this into a U horizontal panel slot or some shit like that. if I remember correctly. Where do I do this? I know I done some changes to it, but call it H box, for example. H box, be shared, search box. I don't know. H slot, maybe. H slot, H box, H slot, I slot. Remember if I can did that, I can actually double just check it. All right. Shut. So let's test this. U horizontal box slot. So, H slot box. All right. Equals cast. U horizontal slot box slot where we're going to cast. We're going to cast the panel slot. Right? And I want to say if all right, now we're gonna say H slot box set. Now we got all these things. I remember exactly what I call it. It's called something that fill. Let's see. Let's test this. Horizontal fill. There we go. Fill. That's not it. Is it? We'll see. H slot. Set vertical. It's not really what I wanted, but E vertical line. Well, we'll see. We just do this and we'll see. And if this works, then I'm fucking proud of myself to just remember basically what to do. Mm-hmm. Ba, 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 ba. And that is not what I wanted. Ah, darn. Darn. It's okay. But let's see what the hell we call it then. Because I don't think that's the right. No, what the fuck am I doing? It's not this that I want. Is it? Maybe it is. It's this one. I want size. Is it called size? Because this one is going to be a child. Hold on. This is set to fill. And if I add a change name to that. Yes, I need the size fill. See here. H slot box. This is an H box, right? No. Fuck. I want to add it to that. This is a horizontal. I want this to be filled. See? Interesting. Because that's fill and that is fill. It ends up in the center. Let's set size. Set size. Wait. Right. Play child size. Not right. It's not right. It's not right. But that's why it's so weird, because it should, according to this, end up exactly where I want it to end up. I'll have to. Oh my god! How many are we gonna get here? Oh right, because I add one. I add one in code and one in non-code. Okay, so let's just do this for now. We're just gonna put that there. So I just want to see what the hell it looks like. Sometimes you have to test it back and forth and back and forth and go up and down and back and back and that's all right. That's all right. That's all right with me. Wow, 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 wow. No man, no madness. Yep. So I had a beautiful, beautiful walk this morning. It was really nice. Get up at. So I'm getting up at 4 o'clock, taking the dogs for over an hour walk in the morning. It's actually absolutely beautiful. There we go. Ends up exactly where we want it down. Perfect. Cool. So we can actually now start to add that. No, shit, that's wrong. I removed it, so it works in widget. Sorry, it works in the widget version, but not in. Let's see if I set that to auto, what happens then? Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's exactly what we got. That means I want this to be set to fill. Okay. So how do I do that? Let's see. I know I did it somewhere, but It's so sharp. It's so. All right. I'm adding it. New horizontal box slot. Ah, shit. Components. We're gonna get it in components because we have a lot of components. They use it internally, and I want to be able to. Wait a minute. Fuck. We found it, but we're not using it with anything. We don't use it for anything. Okay. Let's see. Active box folder. Hacking minigame window. Oh, there we go. 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 Here 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 we go. All right. That's it. That's exactly what I wanted. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna rename that. So we have an E-Slate child size like we did, but that one is going to have its own little enum inside it. That's what it was all about. Right, cool. So what we can do now is restart this, and then we'll remove it, and then we'll just take a little quick gander there and see if it's working. And then after that, we're gonna go grab some coffee and a little morning muffin, maybe, and we'll be back and continue working because I want this widget switcher to be gone, and we're just gonna add the prompt widget. So we got quite a bit of work to do here. All right. So now we can remove that. And I just want to see so it's actually is lined up like I want it to. And it is. Nice. Nice. All right, cool. So we're gonna start working with that was that one that is ready now. Oh, basically we're gonna test it out and see that it actually changes the names and stuff like that. But more or less. Now we're gonna do the change storage image and the secure the prompt as well. So we're gonna do that next with the image stuff, and then we'll work our way through that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go and grab myself a little cup of coffee and a little muffin, a little breakfast muffin. I'll be right back. little breakfast muffin. All right, let's start working on the next item here. Do we have any audio? Yeah. Oh my god. Give me a second.